welcome to episode 9 of PopJunkieTV. I'm Victoria from Victoria's Jukebox.
And I'm Sean. And I'm a loser baby, so why don't you kill me?
So this week's news...
You've had your hair done.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's all gone caramelised. Talking about haircuts, crowbar that one in. Paul Weller, have you seen his hair recently?
I like Paul Weller, don't be mean now.
I like Paul Weller, but I don't like his hair.
I do, he's hot.
What I think is quite amusing is that David Bowie has written an email to Paul Weller basically saying, can I have my haircut from the early 60s back, please, Paul?
David Bowie, the man with the best haircuts ever.
Well, he has had some good haircuts, he's had some dodgy haircuts. But basically what's happened, though, is that Weller's new album's come out. One of the songs on it sounds a bit like Bowie. He's actually gone back on himself and said he likes Bowie now, he never used to like him. Yeah. Bowie sent him an email saying, thanks, I really like the fact you like my music, but can I have my haircut back? I don't know, it's probably in transit at the moment from Woking, where Paul Weller lives, over to where David Bowie lives. But yeah, so David Bowie's going to get his haircut back, which is good.
Well, good.
What else have we got? Coming up? Britney. Well, talking of one, Britney, John Lydon, another old dodgy rocker with dodgy hair as well. Yeah, he's basically come out and said he wants to write a song for Britney Spears.
And that'll save her career, won't
Well,
it?
it might do. Britney's having a bit of trouble, as we know. She's getting a bit better. Johnny Rotten said she's hurting a bit and she's been through a lot. He's going to write a song for her. I think what they should do is combine the sort of anger and the violence of the Sex Pistols and the attitude with one of Britney's hits. They should come up with a song. I've worked out what they should do. Spit on me, baby, one more time. Oh. Hey! I thought of that one on the way here.
That's disgusting.
Sorry, okay.
So in sort of, we're talking about the emo thing now, it's a cause close to my heart because I was a goth once upon a time.
You couldn't have had that hair if you were a goth.
Well, I'm getting there.
Thrown out of gothdom.
Better than the blonde. I used to have black hair, pink hair, green hair.
Oh.
So the emo kids are going on a march. They're leaving their bedrooms, aren't they, Sean?
Emo kids on a march. The whole idea is ridiculous. As you said, they're getting out of their bedrooms. They're marching against the Daily Mail, basically. Daily Mail's come out and said that emo kids, basically, are a suicide cult because of this teenager who's died recently. And My Chemical Romance fan...
makes me want to commit suicide. It's odd, isn't it, that?
My Chemical Romance fans are up in arms and they're going to march from Hyde Park to offices of Daily Mail at the weekend.
This Saturday.
And they're not going to have any energy. They need a square meal inside them. What if it's sunny? They disintegrate.
Anyway, big up the emo kids.
Emo? It's like, wasn't he like a puppet that used to attack people, not like a bird on... No.
You're just not down with the kids, Sean.
Oh, that's emu.
So this week's festival news, our debate this week is kind of around festivals, so we're going to fly straight into the debate afterwards. But first up, Festival. That great crazy party at the end of the summer on the Isle of Wight.
Isle of Wight, my home town?
Yeah.
Town? Home island.
Home island, yeah. So they've announced their fancy dress theme. It's going to be 30,000 freaks under the sea. And I bet they hit that. It's quite a good festival. They've got My Bloody Valentine, Amy Winehouse, and Underworld.
That's not a bad lineup, actually, is it? That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good lineup. Then we've got, I really do think that festivals, the term festival is becoming used looser and looser and looser. So
anything's a festival nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. So Foo Fighters, 2 dates in June at Wembley Stadium.
It's a festival, isn't it?
June. It's now a festival. Oh. That's just ridiculous.
We'll have to
it's
have our
like
own
this
festival.
Hyde Park Calling, O2 Wireless. They're not festivals. They're one-day concerts. It's just tiresome. Anyway, I've had enough of it. The most important festival in the world ever, as we all know, is Glastonbury. So I've been following the weather reports avidly. Didn't get a refund on my ticket.
You didn't?
No,
Why
because
not?
everyone moaned and said we had to go, so we're now going. So.
Well, you get to see James Blunt. You'll be alright.
James Blunt, Shakin' Stevens.
Crowded house.
Anyway,
Maybe the weather report will be 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, the weather report is from Michael Levis. It's going to be really sunny, and he's preparing for a massive heat wave.
PR stunt.
Yes,
oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I think there's some tickets still need to be sold. Anyway, so they're going to have ice cream vans, special dermatologists on site to check your skin and make sure you've got the right sun cream.
Oh my God.
The Met Office, however, are saying that the weather forecast is to have average or above average rainfall. So
should I have to bring a coat, basically, is what you need to know, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay.
I think you should. So anyway, the debate this week is, what's your favourite festival? Oh. So what's yours going to be, Sean?
See, I don't really like festivals, do I? And now you talk about one-day festivals. I quite like the idea I can get there and get home. They're unofficially calling it Mozfest, July the 4th, Hyde Park, Morrissey, Beck.
It's not a festival.
Well, yeah, but I can get home on the train, and that means I can take a packed lunch and everything. I don't have to worry about what skin cream I'm going to wear and where I'm going to live for the evening and under a tent.
Well, my top three festivals this year I'm punting is, if it's hot, Glastonbury will be a winner. Will be an absolute winner because it hasn't been warm since 2003. No. I reckon Benny Cassim,
It's going to be
That's
warm,
where the
isn't
smart money's on, because it's on the beach, everybody's beautiful, pretty good lineup. Hot Chip, Niles Barkley, My Bloody Valentine, Baby Shambles, Mika. Don't really like Mika, but anyway.
I think Morrissey's playing Benny Kassim as well.
I'm not sure, maybe he is.
Richard Hawley is, I know that.
Do you know Morrissey is playing Benny Kassim, so I'm getting quite excited about it. So, Morrissey. But then, the surprise one for me is Reading. Now, I'm from Reading originally.
Oh, that's not
and I've always been a bit of a, no, I don't like Reading Festival because I'm from there and that stuff, but Rage Against the Machine? How good's that?
Sorry, not going to work for me. But
why not?
Well, it's all a bit past it, isn't it, really? So
anyway, Sean obviously doesn't have any opinion on festivals. Mark, what do you think? What's your festival plan this year?
Latitude for me, hon. Latitude.
Yeah, but you liked that last year, didn't you?
Yeah, very good. Can take all the family, which is a bit sad. But they do have some great acts. They've got Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, Franz for like them.
Elbow playing.
Yeah, I'm not really into them.
Oh.
There's so many good festivals there. Lockfine as well, you were saying.
They've got Gossip. Who else have they got there?
I'm not sure, but it's on the banks of Loch Ness?
I think Franz Ferdinand playing
again. Oh God. Well, anyway, what I found most interesting about the whole Reading versus Glastonbury debate was that, now I'm not very good with my figures here, but about 90%.
Looks like where I'm sitting. Hey!
About 90% of the bands at Glastonbury are not unique to Glastonbury. They've been playing somewhere else. Whereas at Reading, it's totally the other way. Most of the bands performing there are totally unique to that festival. So I think that's the way you've got to go. You've got to try and make your lineup strong and not just rely on we're Glastonbury or we're Reading. So my money's on Benny Kassim, really. The smart money's on Benny Kassim. Go to easyjet.com and get your flights.
Don't forget your sun cream.
Okay, so welcome to this week's unsigned section on PopJunkieTV.com. What have you got, Mark?
Well, I decided to stay away from the dirty stuff this week.
Oh, that makes a change.
Exactly. And decided to bring you something a little bit more wholesome.
Oh, that's better.
Something that maybe your mother and father could enjoy as well.
We have families watching this as well.
No swearing.
No swearing at all. I spent a lot of time down a couple of coffee shops this week.
Oh, get you.
And not that I want to stereotype what I'm talking about, but hopefully the young lady that I'm going to talk about, her voice will leave you when you listen to it slightly enchanted and take you somewhere where you actually want to be. It's quite. Anyway, the lady in question is called Kelly Waters. And she's a great singer-songwriter. She only got into it a few years back when she was an actress.
Okay.
And she basically learned...
Didn't go to Brit school, did she?
No. She taught herself to play the guitar very swiftly, started writing her own tracks, and then people sort of turned around and said to her, oh, Kelly, you're actually quite decent. I've known her for a couple of years now, and I'm still kind of wondering why no one's actually picked her up. And she's
You're not dating her, are you?
No, I'm not dating her, no.
She's moved over to the US, hasn't she?
She's just got over to New York, and that's sort of really in a bid to kind of try and get a career sort of launched and back on track over there.
Okay.
And it's quite interesting, do we need another singer-songwriter? We've had kind of like James Blunt, who's stereotyped and made everyone, everyone's gone off it. Everyone's like, oh, not another one. But she's really, really good. And the reason I picked her out is not because she's, amazing looking, this, that, the other. She's got a really great voice. And I just think a lot more people need to listen to her.
Cool.
She strikes that sort of nice balance between, reflective storytelling and, maybe sort of lifting your spirits a bit. So it's just quite nice music to listen to. She's got some great tracks still, So Much to Say. And the other one I like is called High and Dry, which...
It's a Radiohead song, isn't it?
It is. But it's not the Radiohead song, It's her own. And interestingly enough, it was on an album called A Future Without, which is another reason I kind of find it strange that she's not signed. Other people obviously like her music. She's not got the playtime and airtime that she should have had, really. And as I say, the question is, do we really need another singer-songwriter? I was thinking, well, give the girl a chance, have a listen to her stuff.
So she's different from the likes of kind of Kate Nash and Adele and Lily Allen. It's not all that kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I really like it. I first
is it more in the sort of Dylan school of singer-songwriter?
Yeah, one thing I would say is some people. I've got a great friend of mine, a guy Nick at Butt Records, and he's always said to me, Mark, she needs a band behind her.
Right. Okay.
But I think she's really good on her own. I mean, I've seen her at some really nice little venues in Islington and this sort of thing, and she's just enchanted the audience. She's really, really nice. So check her out.
Summer soundtrack?
No, not really. I mean, as I say, So Much to Say is a nice track which I really like. But the one that kind of really gets me is High and Dry, and it's kind of just takes me somewhere else with a couple of sort of old relationships and things.
We don't need to go through that.
We don't need to go through that.
We don't need to go there.
Anyway,
so you can find her on MySpace.
Yeah, it's
Kelly
MySpace,
Waters.
and it's /Kelly Waters. So give her a look.
He's saying, Kelly Waters, dive in.